Ugh. Alright, it's Mike. God, it's been a funny evening. I'm covered in fucking blood again. I had to kill some fucking hunter who wanted to assassinate the prince. I got in close, got my teeth into his neck, pretty much ripped out most of his trapezius in one bite. Got fucking loads of blood in my mouth. And there's times when I fucking hate being a venture. I've already thrown up twice. Tiniest bit of fucking blood, and you're heaving for hours. Oh God, definitely not gonna do that too often. So busy night, huh? Busy fucking night. So we go to Dallas's house, the Harpy hosting this grand event, and that's pretty nice. Place has been seriously upgraded since I got there. Security system I put in is in place, but now everything's fucking marble, gold, and trim. Man, that man has made so much fucking money since he became a kindred. It's amazing. Makes me feel a bit behind. Best I got is his lousy little basement and that dirty little club upstairs on a junkyard. Yeah, nice one, Mike. We'll way to show off the Ventru style. Anyway, started off the evening, a little bit of a security issue with an individual appearing in one of the back rooms. Turns out he's from a clan called the Cappadocians, who apparently are all dead, except for one, obviously. Don't know what the fuck that's all about. Apparently they got killed off by the Giovanni. So what the hell one is doing in New Haven, I have no idea. We were expecting to have an eventful evening, but not quite as eventful as it turned out. First off, we have this ghoul appears in the court. 3 foot tall, fucking tiny little dwarf. I'm thinking this is some Christmas joke, isn't it? This is some like Santa's elves joke. But he looks pretty fucking beaten up. Says his master's been abducted and attacked. And it turns out his master is someone called Nicholas Snow, who is a servant of the Malkavian Justicar. A Justicar. Justicar's personal servant has been abducted in our city. So the prince sends us right out to deal with it. We follow the trail as best we can, back and forth from different places. And the trail leads a little cold. First of all, we're able to get a little way with tracing it. I'm able to help out a little bit, but we have to sit back on our haunches and wait. And in the end, we end up in this fucking winter wonderland warehouse. Geez, cheesiest fucking Christmas shit everywhere. And we're supposed to be searching for these 2 paramilitary guys and these 2 big, muscular black guys. And I've no idea where the hell they are in this place. And we find, but then we round a corner, we find one of them. I'm about to get involved. Ken takes him down. We start to investigate further. And I get a call on my phone. And it's Dallas. And he tells me that someone has abducted several members of his fan club, which is his fancy name for his herd. And he's currently torturing and cutting off bits. And what do they want? Mike Bailey with a stake through his heart delivered to their door. That's what they asked for. So I'm assuming this is the Razors. Because who the fuck else wants me staked through their door? So I volunteer to Dallas that if someone puts a stake just to the left of my heart, that I'm prepared to play the part until he gets his people out and then break out of wherever I'm being taken to. Seems like a pretty risky plan, but quite frankly, I owe Dallas big after last time. Seriously big. So I agree. And we get there, and to be bluntly honest, I have no fucking idea what happened, because I had my eyes closed and a stake halfway through the side of my heart, and I did my best to play my part. And I got picked up, thrown around, and dragged around a bit, and apparently I was some instrument of tug-of-war between some La Sombra-like creature and Ken. And Dallas, it turns out, solved his own problems. He went into the house, he fucked with their heads, with his presence, worked his Ventru magic, walked out of the house with all of his people, some of which who were admittedly missing limbs and eyes and other parts, and then set fire to the house with the gang of kindred that had abducted his people sitting in it. And then just walks up to the car and says, "Mr. Bailey, it was all dealt with, but please remain where you are for now." Fucking genius. God, for someone who everyone thought was a Sabbat, whimsical embrace, he makes a better fucking Ventru than I do. Jeez. So, it turns out, though, there were no motorbikes nearby. There was no sign of a cycle gang. So I didn't even know if that was the fucking Razors. So, who else? Who else is hunting for me now? I'm only a year and 3 months old. I shouldn't have this many fucking enemies already. It takes most vampires centuries to get some decent enemies. I got fucking embraced with them. Bring it on. That's all I say. Bring it the fuck on. By this point, I don't give a shit. I survived this long. I'm gonna keep surviving. However, that wasn't the end of the night. Then I had to switch gear, because then we had a Ventru clan meeting, and we had to go and meet with Mr. Field, a creepy crusader Ventru, who seems to know way, way more than he ever lets on. And we had some interesting discussions around the table about various Ventru business, but specifically something about the Razors came up, and I told him about how we'd kind of beat them down a little bit and push them back, and he seemed to say that there was bigger forces behind them, that there's some kind of elder manipulation going on. And then he said, get this, ancient things have been stirring in London. My information is unclear, but there's more to this than you know. And I'm thinking, ancient things stirring in London. The only ancient thing I know that could be stirring in London is my fucking sire. It's the last person I want to turn up right here. But at the same time, I got a lot I need to say to him, and a lot of things I need to ask him. But on the flip side, I am fucking terrified of him. Because everyone's fucking terrified of him. He's a fucking kindred god. So I got that bouncing around my head whilst all the other shit kicks off the evening. And in the meantime, they're able to track down Nicholas Snow. They're able to find him, drag him back alive, and a couple of hunters, the hunters that we saw in the security footage wearing the white hoodies, apparently they're not there because of Snow. They're there to assassinate the prince himself. And if it hadn't been for the prince getting in their heads and making them fall in love with him in that monstrous way that he does, they might have succeeded. So, I had to take him down. I had to take him down. It's me, Ken, and this weird Cappadocian bloke. Bit of a fight. Weren't as strong as I thought they were going to be. That's how I ended up with all this blood all over me. Because after I'd bitten into that big guy, Ken slices him to pieces all over me. So I'm fucking splattered with that foul-tasting blood. Ugh. Ugh. I think I'm going to throw up again every time I think about it. So that was bad enough. All this shit kicking off, and we also now have one of that gang that abducted Dallas's people staked and in torpor for our delectation in the future. Some weird caitiff doctor called Snow apparently has him. So I gotta track that guy down. I wanna know who the fuck he is and who the fuck he works for, and why he's after me. So, that's not the big news though. That's not the fucking big, shitty, oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna do news. Nicholas Snow, very grateful for his rescue, has a message for us. His master, the Malkavian Justicar, is coming to New Haven next month. That would be cause enough for a big fucking panic. But apparently, he's bringing 2 other Justicars. 3 Justicars. The second highest authority in the Camarilla. Coming to New Haven. This barely secured 2-year-old domain that's beset on every side by enemies. Why? I've no idea. Prince de Montfort in London once told me about holding a grand conclave of all the kindred in the United Kingdom on the Isle of Wight in 1998. And he said that they were graced with the presence of 1 Justicar, Madame Guille. 1 Justicar turned up for the entire fucking kindred population of the UK. And we have 3 turning up in our city in less than a month's time. And I know the Prince is going to be expecting me to run security. And I'm going to do my best, but fuck. 3 Justicars. What are you supposed to do with kindred with that much influence? And one of them's going to know. There is no way 3 Justicars come here and one of them doesn't know about the shit that kicked off in London with me. They're going to work out who I am. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. This city was supposed to be a safe haven. This city was supposed to be away from it all for me. This is supposed to be where I wasn't going to get fucked over. That's why de Montfort sent me here. And now we have the biggest gathering of Justicars in a city in decades happening next fucking month. Guess I'm always going to have a fucking dramatic life, aren't I? If I'm hunted from every side, despised by members of my own clan. And that was the other thing. Middle of the Ventru meeting, Mr. Field sits there and says, "And what about Mason Guildford? What happened to him? Where's he gone?" And for a split second, you could see in every single one of us, in Dallas, in me, in the Prince, a moment of panic. But they controlled it, and they lied through their fucking teeth. And Mr. Field bought it. But apparently there are people already looking for him. And I know if it happens, the Prince is going to throw me under the bus because he has to. Because I'm the one that dealt the killing blow. So what if the Justicars get that out of my head? What if they get in my head and they make me confess that? I wish I could run. I wish I had somewhere I can go. Well, what am I going to do? Become an anarch? Yeah, that's going to last for all of 5 seconds before the Razors work out who I am. Join the Sabbat? Yeah, because they just love kindred with elder blood. Be diabloized in minutes. I've got no choice. I've got to put on the stern face. I've got to play my part. And I've got to hope to fuck that they haven't got it in for me.